So another thing is the use of like outfits or props during the photo session, and what are the best practices for that. So there is no right or wrong. I feel like as soon as the dog is comfortable wearing stuff, there is nothing wrong to with like putting bow ties or a collar or like a bandana. Those are things that are super cute and they can definitely add to the picture. One thing though is like I will introduce them gradually. I wouldn't necessarily put them exactly the same day that I'm gonna photograph the puppies. Maybe if they're not used to that, they sometimes naturally will kind of like refuse or take or so try to get them used to those things, like before the session. So maybe do a little practice, like a few days before and put like the bow tie or the bandana on for a few minutes and take it off. And you can see what the reaction is. Try to avoid like heavy costumes or anything that can restrict the movement of the puppy or hide their features. Because, of course, you don't want to kind of like you want the focus to be the dog itself, not necessarily the outfit. So when it comes to outfits, I feel like it has to be something that add to the picture and just like a little bit of interest, but it doesn't take away from the dog for sure. Um, and another thing is like try to look for colors that contrast with their fur. um, for example, if you have a black dog, then you can choose like something colorful or white, but don't choose anything black because it's not gonna show through. Same with lighter colors. And you can actually use like props like flowers or little plushies or even like little dog toys to, kind of like show how tiny they are and give people a sense of like dimension. So maybe if you put like, I don't know, like a tennis ball next to I don't know, like a puppy chihuahua, you can see the difference and people can have a sense of like the dimensions as well. So that can be cute as well. So here are some examples. I actually did these images for a breeder. These were French Bulldogs puppies. And basically, they wanted that feeling of newborn session. So I feel like the puppies were about 3 weeks old when I photographed them. So they were not that active yet, which made the pictures, a little bit easier. So you can see in the first one when the puppy is sleeping, is very cute. So you can definitely take advantage of like, especially when they're really young, of those moments and just set them up. As you can see here, I just have like a white blanket, a little basket, and a few like flowers and props, but I didn't overdo it because the focus has to be always the puppy, right? So I use little flowers, so I made those crowns for them. So I just attached the flowers to a little like ribbon. And one thing is like when you tie things, try to not tie them like too tight, because you always want the dog to be comfortable, and also take them off like right away after you finish, because those things can be a choking hazard. So of course you want to protect the puppies, right? So anything that you use, a bandana, a bow tie, or even like a flower crown or anything, remove it right after you finish. And yeah, that would be kind of like my tips in general for for how to photograph puppies. So thank you so much. If you want to know more about my business, my business is Vancouver Pet Photography. My website is vancouverpetphotography.com. You can also find me on Instagram, but Vancouver Pet Photography, same as Facebook. You can follow me and have your daily doses of like cuteness. uh, and yeah, feel free to contact me also if you have any questions. And yeah, I'd be happy to help. So thank you so much.